Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have more news out of Iran as Iran appears ready to threaten more wars, more attacks, more action. Is this all just tough talk, or are the Iranians really actually gearing up for further combat, further military actions against the United States and our regional partners following the 12-day war with Israel, which, of course, ended when the United States came in and absolutely smacked them down with a massive raid? We'll see whether or not the Iranians learn their lesson or if this is just the beginning of a larger conflict. But before we get into all of that and much more, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Costs you guys absolutely nothing and is a huge, huge, huge boost to the channel. Please comment below with your thoughts. Just comment below. I'm responding to as many comments as I can. I'm really enjoying some of the back and forth. Some of you guys like to trash talk me. That's okay. I'm enjoying that as well. And then right above, hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a single video. And right here at the bottom of the screen, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. That's where you can find me. Give me a follow on social media. I share a lot of fun stuff. Now let's get into it. As we all know, the United States bombed Iran on June 22nd with an overwhelming amount of firepower. A total of 7 B-2 stealth bombers dropped a total of 14 GBU-57 30,000-pound bunker busters. Those each B-2 stealth bomber was carrying 2 of them. 6 B-2 stealth bombers attacked the Fordo facility, which is the one deep under the mountain, and that was hit with a total of 12 GBU-57s. 6 dropped each down, 2 different ventilation shafts. The Iranians had tried to put concrete over the ventilation shafts. The first GBU-57 that hit each of them blew the concrete away. The next 5 went right down, about the size of a refrigerator door. Incredible engineering that the United States military has the capability to drop 30,000-pound bombs down tiny little shafts from 52,000 feet. If you think American engineering can be beat, it absolutely cannot. Then 2 GBU-57s dropped by 1 B-2 stealth bomber hit Natanz. And as we've talked about, Isfahan was hit with 30 cruise missiles from a submarine submerged roughly 400 miles away. Those cruise missiles hit within 9 inches of their target. So that is what brought the 12-day war between Iran and Israel to an end. Israel dominated them in the early stages, and then the United States came in and landed a devastating knockout blow. You would think the Iranians would come to their senses. You would think the Iranians would realize their military is no match for modern combat arms, modern airplane, modern equipment, modern stealth technology. Well, let me go and throw this up on the stage for you. It seems like Iran is getting ready to kick this thing back up again. This comes from Newsweek. Let's go ahead and read some of this. This is quite interesting. It says Iran's army chief warned on Sunday that the threat posed by Israel remains fully active, adding that no branch of the Iranian military views the conflict as over. So they do not believe the 12-day war is over. They believe the 12-day war is essentially in a lull in action, but it's still much very active. It says Amar Hatami, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, and you're watching this, Amar, shoot me a DM. I'd love to talk to you. Who serves as the commander-in-chief of the Iranian army, said Iran's missile and drone forces remain fully operational. I don't really believe that because their missile forces at least took a 50% hit rate, which means they've been significantly damaged. Tehran would continue advancing its defense capabilities in response to the June campaign of airstrikes by Israel and the United States, he said. Newsweek has contacted the U.S. State Department, the Iranian Foreign Ministry, and the Israel Defense Forces for comment. Why it matters. Tehran is ramping up its defense posture with stark warnings of a harsh response to any renewed hostilities by Israel or its Western allies. It mistrusts the U.S. and is setting a high bar for resuming nuclear negotiations, including demands for financial compensation for damage done to its nuclear facilities, demands Washington has dismissed as ridiculous. As tensions mount, the risks of a renewed military confrontation loom large, threatening to drag the region deeper into conflict and placing an enormous burden on international stability. What to know? Hatami, who holds the rank of Major General, so essentially the equivalent of a member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, it's as high as you can get in the Iranian military, said Iran would double down on its defense industry. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Science and technology with renewed determination, according to the semi-official Mer news agency. Hatami said all branches of the armed forces, including the Army's 4 forces, are advancing rapidly in science and technology and are more determined than ever to enhance combat readiness for all comprehensive defenses. A new council has been formed to oversee the development of defense strategies and to enhance the capabilities of the armed forces. The report said the Israeli strikes in June killed several senior Iranian commanders and targeted critical defense capabilities, threatening Tehran's military establishment and chain of command. It says U.S. President Donald Trump has vowed to never allow Iran to acquire nukes, a concern stemming from the rising uranium enrichment levels reported by the International Atomic Energy Agency, the UN-backed global nuclear watchdog. Iran has rejected calls to abandon its enrichment program, which it says is for civilian purposes. Trump said Iranian leaders would be stupid to continue the pursuit in the face of U.S. threats of further military intervention. Finally, what are people saying? Brigadier General Ali Fadavi, Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, was quoted as saying on Sunday, the RIG's hardware readiness process has not been and cannot be stopped and will continue with strength. So that's what the Iranians are saying. What's interesting to note, and I'm going to throw this up on the screen right now, Iran's threat of further war comes less than a week after the State Department announced that Iran might be preparing to kill people inside America. That is right. You heard that correctly. That Iran might be threatening to kill people here inside the United States. Give me one quick sec. Got to get my coffee. It's very early. I'm filming this early hours, morning of August 5th. I hope I look energized. I hope I look ready to go, but give me a little bit of coffee. Absolutely love my cold brew coffee. Nothing in it. I drink it straight black like any good cowboy does. All right. So this says joint statement on the Iranian state threat activity in Europe and North America. It's very short. I'll highlight it right here. The United States of America, the UK, Albania, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Czechia, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Spain, and Sweden condemned the growing number of state threats from Iranian intelligence services in our respective territories. We are united in our opposition to the attempts of Iranian intelligence services to kill, kidnap, and harass people in Europe and North America in clear violation of our sovereignty. These services are increasingly collaborating with international criminal organizations target journalists, i.e., yours truly right here, dissidents, Jewish citizens, and current and former officials in Europe and North America. This is unacceptable. We consider these types of attacks, regardless of the target, as violations of our sovereignty. We are committed to working together to prevent these actions from happening. We call on the Iranian authorities to immediately put an end to such illegal activities in our respective territories. So we've got Iran threatening more action, threatening more military action. We already had Iran threatening to come here to America to kill Americans. Absolutely crazy. If they did that, they would be dealt with as harshly as possible. But here's what I want to say about this. Iran talked a big game for decades. They ran their mouth for decades, acting so tough, like they couldn't be touched, like their missile forces could dominate the entire Middle East. Then it came showtime. Israel got air dominance in, what was it, 72 hours, 96 hours, 3 to 4 days, the opening third of the 12-day war. Israel kicked their ass, for lack of a better term. And then the United States came in with a bunch of B-2 stealth bombers, 7 to be specific. A total of 125 aircraft were involved in the operation, including stealth F-35s, stealth F-22 fighters. They flew all over Iranian airspace in one night on June 22nd, blew up 3 different sites, 2 using aircraft, 1 using submarines, the aircraft hitting Fordo and Natanz, the submarines hitting Isfahan, and there was nothing the Iranians could do about it. They talk nonstop crap, nonstop trash, like they're this big bad power, and when it came time for them to put up or shut up, they got rolled in 12 days. So if Iran wants to run its mouth, then they're going to continue to run its mouth, but we all saw what actually happened. Furthermore, if Iran thinks they're going to come here to America and kill or harm American citizens, and there won't be severe consequences, they have another thing coming. They have another thing coming without question. They will get destroyed. If they want to come here and threaten U.S. citizens, they're going to get dog walked in reality. That's what's going to happen. President Donald Trump, say whatever you want about him, he is not about to play games. He is not about to sit back and allow Americans to get hurt. He already authorized the bombing of Iran once. If Americans are hurt here inside of America, I have no doubt President Donald Trump will ruin their effing day. And if you don't think that's not what's going to happen, you're just not paying attention. So Iran, continue to talk trash, continue to run your mouth. You will get your ass kicked yet again, which already happened courtesy of the United States and Israel. And really, the United States came in and landed the knockout blow because Israel doesn't have the capabilities to hit the underground facilities. You're no match for the U.S. military. Zero, none, not even close, not a little bit. So run your mouth all you want. We all know what will happen if push comes to shove, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. I'll respond to as many as I can. Go ahead and please like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys absolutely nothing. Hit that bell. All notifications turn on. Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. As always, I'll see you all next time.